Beyond the Surface is a romantic drama with a lot of disability representation. Some themes seen throughout my movie are disability representation, communication, accessibility, romance, and creativity. My audience, I want to come out of the movie learning more about disabilities and both the physical and emotional barriers that come with those. I hope that they maybe would be wanting to create a more accessible community for the disabled after seeing a lot of the struggles that people are faced with today. And they might feel empathetic towards the characters, though that's not the main goal of my movie, but that will probably be an effect that the audience will come out with. So the overall plot of my movie is about two characters, Ethan and Maya. So Ethan is a 22-year-old. He is a senior that goes to UMass in Boston. He is paralyzed from the waist down from a football accident that happened his junior year of high school. So he is in a wheelchair. And he is a computer science major. Maya is also 22 years old, and she is at the same college as Ethan, so at UMass in Boston, and she's a senior. She is deaf, but she has a cochlear implant, so it is hard for her to communicate with other people. She does use ASL and both normal speaking language, but it is a little bit impaired because she still has a cochlear implant. She got her implant when she was 6 years old, so she is a little bit more familiar with her disability compared to Ethan. She's a biochemistry major, and she is Asian Pacific. So, a little bit of the story. Ethan and Maya are both recurring seniors. They meet in Creative Painting 101, which is just an elective that they both decided to take to fill their credits. They meet and are instantly attracted to each other, but they're both very shy, and they have a lot of insecurities themselves. They are paired to work on a mural that represents a struggle in their life. So they're paired to be partners. They obviously both decide to talk about their disabilities. They quickly bond over their disabilities and start to spend a lot more time together. Maya struggles a lot with communicating with others who aren't familiar with ASL, whereas Ethan struggles a lot more with physical barriers like moving around and maneuvering because he's not as familiar as Maya, and he's in a wheelchair. He also used to be a star football athlete in high school, so for him to just be not able to walk anymore is a very big adjustment for him. They start to advance towards a more serious relationship, and a lot of Maya's insecurities and fears come out along with Ethan's because they both haven't been in a relationship. A big issue in the movie is that Ethan introduces Maya to his parents, and they don't approve right away because they find it hard to communicate with her, so they think that Ethan shouldn't be with her, just because it's something new that they're not used to. As the two work through their issues, they grow stronger, and then eventually they produce a super beautiful mural at the end that gets a lot of recognition, a lot of disability recognition. It gets recognized by UMass and other schools. It gets sent off. They end up winning some awards for it. So that's the main idea of the movie. So Maya's arc in the movie, in the beginning, she struggles to see Ethan beyond his disability. She becomes a lot more open-minded and empathetic when she learns more about his past. Ethan opens up more about his past with her and his own experiences. So she starts to change her perspective on disabilities and wants better inclusion in society for physical disabilities. Overall, it's a powerful message about importance of understanding and acceptance in relationships with people who are different from us. Ethan's arc in the movie, he struggles a lot with self-confidence and self-worth because he does not look the same as he did in high school. It's a big adjustment. He starts to accept himself with Maya's help and advocates for his own needs and of the disability community. So he starts to find his voice and wants to better himself and the community. He overall turns into someone that's way more confident and committed to being a voice for the physically disabled in society. And then some of the side characters I decided to include are Maya's best friend, Sarah. She's her freshman year roommate. She learned ASL for Maya, and she's super supportive of her and all her decisions. Maya's mom is extremely supportive. She's also hearing, but she knows ASL, obviously, and she supports her, and Ethan is very supportive of him. Then Ethan's supporting characters are his grandmother. They have a really close connection. He calls her a lot for help and advice. She's very like loving, gives him very realistic advice. And then Ethan's friend David is on the football team at UMass, and he's the same age as Ethan, very supportive. Ethan likes to be friends with him because it reminds him of football. Even though he can't be directly involved in football, he can still be involved a different way. And then some of the techniques I decided that would be helpful in showing messages are some close-up shots of characters to capture their emotions and expressions in specific scenes. I was thinking more of like the difficult scenes with Maya meeting Ethan's parents and stuff like that. I think it'd be really inspirational to show like a POV shot from Ethan's view in his wheelchair, just to show how different it is from his perspective compared to just watching him being in a wheelchair. And then when Maya is in a scene and it's coming from her perspective, to just have no sound at all and have subtitles, because that will reflect kind of her deafness. Scenes with discrimination or obstacles can be shot in dark or like not colorful scenes to produce tension and an uneasy feeling. Whereas scenes with connection and understanding between the characters will be shot in a more bright and colorful type of scene. Warm colors can be used in scenes with connection. Again, like I just said, cooler colors like blue and green can be used in scenes where characters are reflecting on their own experiences and just thinking about how to be better themselves, or think about how to increase their confidence. And bright colors like pink, purple, orange can be used in scenes that involve advocating or accessibility events. So I just think that those are bright and meaningful events to help the audience like make those clear connections.